SummerSlam's coming up. It's like, what, 6 weeks away? Isn't it like the beginning of August?
Something like that, yeah.
My goodness gracious. Time just goes by so quick. So, on this video, I predict the SummerSlam card, and then we're going to do one where Larson predicts the SummerSlam card.
Hopefully they're not identical. That's kind of the thing. Floor is yours.
All right,
buddy.
it's like a little bit of wrestle juice, but a little sprinkle of Larson. A little sprinkle of Larson involved.
I'll just throw in a little bit here and there, see what I have to offer. Probably not much.
There you go. All right. So yeah, there's gonna be some people left off this SummerSlam card. It's a 2-night event. However, geez, how many matches do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
You have 15 matches. I only have 12.
Yeah, man. Hey, give me some of yours. Offload them. I don't want to leave everybody off this thing. And I didn't want to.
What's the first match you got?
I don't want to do too many multi-men. All right. So first match I have is I was trying to figure out where Seth Rollins fit in all this, and I feel like it'd be kind of cool if you're going to kind of recreate the heist of the century by having him cash in on Cena and Cody, which is what I have him take on Randy Orton on day one.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so it's kind of a recreation 10 years after the fact of when we were there. When they had Randy Orton early in the card versus Seth Rollins, he loses that, and then he goes on to cash in. So I've got Randy Orton versus Seth Rollins, largely because, like, I don't know what else Randy Orton's going to do, and I don't know what Seth Rollins is going to do if he cashes in at SummerSlam, which I think is a likely scenario.
Here's a little spoiler. I actually don't have Randy Orton on my card.
What? He's a big draw, man.
I know, but he's not really doing anything right now.
You know who I left off of mine? Sami Zayn. He doesn't get on my card. Wasn't he like not at WrestleMania?
Yeah.
That's going to be his new thing. He's just going to miss all the big cards. All right, man. This next one I'm really excited about for the Intercontinental Championship. Yeah. Finn Balor wins against Dominic Mysterio.
Wow.
Picks up that Intercontinental Championship. They could, you know what they could do? They could add, add Braun Breaker to this thing.
All right.
And then
what about AJ Styles? What about AJ Styles? Make it a 4-way.
Versus AJ Styles. There you go. A little input there from Larson. There we go. AJ Styles is now on the card because he wasn't before. Let's see here. Okay, so we got those things out of the way. Let's move on now to, I already said this, the Undisputed title obviously going to be Cena versus Cody. I think Cody's going to win at the Thing. And if he doesn't win at the Thing, then he'll win something else. Or he'll just say, it'd be weird if I wasn't in the Night 2 main event. So just let's book that.
Are you doing these by night, or are you just listing all your matches?
I'm just throwing them all out there.
All right, very well.
I didn't do by. Did you do by night?
I did by night, yeah.
Good job.
As usual, we didn't communicate very much about how are you going to arrange this. This is pretty typical of...
We've been doing this for 15 years this way. Why stop now? All right.
Exactly.
For the Women's World Heavyweight Championship, I think you mentioned earlier off camera that you have this as well. Of course, Io Sky versus Asuka. Give me this match on the big stage right here. This is what I want to see. Asuka wins a Queen of the Ring. Goes on to take on Io Sky. Io probably wins that match, but man, oh man, it'd be great for Asuka to win that title.
Oh, it'd be fantastic.
Nobody really loses that one in terms of the fan base anyways.
Exactly.
Let's move over to the other brand top women's title, the Women's World title. Wait, do they call it that? Women's WWE?
WWE Women's Championship.
That's what they call it. I've got Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax.
Right.
Because they and maybe they're just going to do this at Evolution, but they reintroduced Nia into that scene after she didn't get through her qualifier for Queen of the Ring, but she attacked Tiffany after the Naomi promo. So I'm like, you know what? Best place for Naomi to cash in. We're going to have 2 SummerSlam cash-ins is at SummerSlam. Nia is obviously a beast, and her just completely destroying Tiffany. Tiffany barely eking out a victory will allow Naomi to cash in, get that title. Moving on. This was actually sort of a collaboration from a Friendo and you and me. And I'm talking about for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Becky Lynch versus Bayley versus Lyra Valkyria at Hell in a Cell.
Ah.
Yeah. So I figure they're going to do Becky versus Bayley next. Yeah. And then that'll end up with some sort of...
They're doing it next week on Raw.
They're doing that next week on Raw. Won't finish there. Lyra gets involved by the time maybe they do Becky versus Bayley at... You know what they should do? Becky versus Bayley at Evolution with Lyra as a special guest ref.
There you go.
There you go. And then that takes him to Hell in a Cell. When's the last time we had a Hell in a Cell triple threat? Did they ever do that? They've had like a 6-pack challenge in Hell in a Cell before.
I don't know if they've had a triple threat in Hell in a Cell.
Time to start. All right. Next up, this I predicted ages ago. The New Day, current WWE Raw Tag Team Champions versus the Lucha Bros, getting back together on the same page as a tag team. The chills that are going to be going down people's spines. The goosebumps. When they're in the ring, the Lucha Bros and the New Day just facing off. Oh, boy. That's going to be good stuff.
This could be good stuff, yes.
For this next one, man, can I please get your best solo Sokoa Larson? That's right. Solo Sokoa versus Jacob Fatu. Yeah, I mean. I got to learn how to roll my R better.
Say, all gas, no brakes.
All gas, no brakes. Yeah, I mean. All right, for the women's U.S. title, I got Julia, obviously, but I don't know if she'll be defending. Maybe she'll win that thing at Evolution, and she'll be defending against Zelina Vega, and then maybe you throw Chelsea Green in there as well.
All right.
I get the feeling they're holding off on Chelsea Green because the crowd really likes her and they don't really want to do anything with her.
That could be. I
think there's a distinct possibility that's the case. They're like, oh man, everybody keeps on cheering for Chelsea, and we want people to cheer for other people.
That could be.
All right, man. Let's move on to some matches that I'm like, yeah, they'll just probably do these. The Wyatt Six versus Street Profits. Right now, the Wyatt Six are going through like all the tag teams on SmackDown. All the tag teams are commiserating, being like, who's going to take them on next? First up was Motor City Machine Guns. And now we probably got DIY coming up, et cetera, until we get to August.
At one point, and then, finally.
Well, I hope not the Los Garzas, because they're not going to beat the Wyatt Six.
No, but I think the idea is the Wyatt Six is going to go through the entire tag division before.
They're the AAA tag team champions right now. They can't get beat. I hope they wear those titles on television.
That'd be cool.
Like on our television.
That'd be cool.
For the women's tag team titles, I've got Liv Morgan, or she's not ready to go, and I think this is likely Roxanne Perez. If it takes between 3 and 4 months, that's already in what? September.
You're talking the fall at this point, yeah.
Yeah, right. So I got Roxanne Perez and Raquel Rodriguez defending those tag titles against Charlotte and Alexa Bliss. I feel like Charlotte and Alexa are going to team up before they actually feud. They're kind of in a thing right now, but I feel like it's on the road to teaming up.
Interesting.
And then these two matches here, because I'm like, I don't know when Bianca's going to be ready. But given that I feel like they really should be building to the big 3 triple threat, maybe not till like WrestleMania, I got Bianca versus Jade because there's some unfinished business there. I don't know. I just think that that's a pretty big money marquee match. Another one, which I think will be interesting. This is my last one on the card. I think this would be interesting to see what the crowd reaction will be. And I got Rhea Ripley versus Stephanie Vaquer.
Yeah.
Don't necessarily know what the motivation for this match would be.
Yeah.
But to see the crowd choose or not choose, or just be like, this is awesome, we're eating good these days.
Yeah.
I think that'd be pretty interesting.
Did you mention your World Heavyweight Championship match?
Yeah. Oh, did I not? Sorry. Yeah. I mentioned to you off camera. World Heavyweight Championship. I stole your idea, and I got career for title Gunther versus Goldberg.
All right.
Goldberg either wins it in Atlanta or he doesn't, and there's a wonk finish of some sort. I don't know.
Yeah.
He blows his quad off the bone, and then
he would be ready by SummerSlam if that were the case.
Yeah, well, I mean, he wrestled concussed once, so I don't think...
It's hard to walk with one quad.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard for him to walk now, so...
True.
And finally, I've got the match that I think a lot of people wanted to see at WrestleMania. It's probably going to main event night 1 of SummerSlam because the main event at night 1 of WrestleMania minus one guy. I'm talking about CM Punk versus Roman Reigns, straight up 1-on-1 after Punk fails to beat John Cena in Saudi Arabia. Maybe Roman Reigns gets involved in stuff, some sort, and CM Punk's like, I still got beef with you, buddy. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Roman Reigns shows him Saudi Arabia. They're paying all sorts of money. So it's Roman usually does those Saudi shows. So, yeah, I got CM Punk versus Roman Reigns. I got no LA Knight match on my card.
I got no
Knight.
Roman
I'll put
Reigns
him.
match
You know
on
what?
my card.
You know what? I'm gonna pencil him in. I'm gonna pencil him into Gunther versus Goldberg versus LA Knight.
Why don't you just put LA Knight in the Intercontinental title match? There's already three other people in it.
What brand is he on? He's not
The
on
wrong
that
one,
brand.
but hey, why let that stop you? The brand split doesn't mean anything.
Bianca. I'll put him in Bianca versus Jade versus LA
All
Knight.
right.